Hey, what's up guys? Drew here over at RevHiker Outdoors, and welcome to another episode of Knife Thursday. This episode I'm pretty excited about. This is pretty cool for me because I have a prototype from a brand new knife company to review for you guys and to also just kind of give you an introduction to the company. Now the company, before I get into the knife that I have, which is sweet, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company, and as I'm doing it I'm going to roll in some pictures of the three knives that they're going to be offering. So I'll let you guys feast your eyes on those knives while I tell you about the company. So the company is called VNives, V and then N-I-V-E-S. And the company is started by a guy named Mike Valenkamp. And you might not know who that is because he hasn't put his name on a lot of designs, but he's sold a lot of designs to major companies, and there's probably a good chance, if you're a real knife enthusiast, that you've seen his work or even owned some of his work without knowing it. So the guy's been in the industry for a long time. He did a lot of sharpening for companies like Spyderco and some other stuff. So he's been in a bunch of different companies. He's been in the industry for a long time, and he's decided to branch out and do his own thing. And I will put links for the Kickstarter campaign, which has been very successful. They did like over and above what they wanted to do, and it's still open currently at the making of this video, so I think you can still get in on a couple of the good deals there. Couple things about the company: they want their knives to be human made, is what they call it. And not the entire thing isn't totally made by hand, but they want to have as many hands on it as possible. Some of the manufacturing and finishing is going to be done in the US, and some of it's going to be done in Taiwan, and it kind of depends on the model. But the first model here is the Altered Beast, and that is a fixed blade in D2 with G10 scales. And this one is going to be kind of like their entry-level knife, and that's going to be manufactured in Taiwan but with US steel and then shipped over. The next one is going to be the TI-SPORTSTER, and that's what I have, and this thing is pretty cool. This is kind of like their midline, and this is a titanium frame lock with 154 cm. Now this is a prototype, by the way, so this is not full production. They've kind of, you know, I wish I was right-handed because this would be a lot easier. There we go. This is pre-production, but this is the TI-SPORTSTER, and this is like a Warncliffe design, 154 cm titanium frame lock. And you know, my contact at the company was kind of worried about the prototype. He's like, look, these are pre-production, these are not going to be as nice and well-fitting. He's like, this is just like the first draft, this is like a rough draft. And I said, well, don't sweat it, man. But to be honest, my only things I could say about this prototype is that the pivot is a little tighter than I like, but that's a simple twist of an Allen key or a Torx head, and you're good to go. And then the lock bar, the lockup is a little farther than most people would want it. It's probably at about, I'd say 75%, but it's a prototype. You know, I've seen production knives that have had worse lockup, you know, farther lockup. So anyway, for me, this is a great knife, especially being pre-production. I think they did an excellent job on it. The grip on it, super comfortable. Jimping on the thumb ramp is very good. It gives you good amount of grip without tearing into your thumb. I hate the jimping that's like so sharp that it cuts into you. This is like a good amount of traction, but it doesn't like wear into your thumb when you're cutting, which I like. Thumb studs are good. Everything works on it. Lock bar has great tension. Pocket clip is nice and big. Now some people really like a deep carry. This is not going to be a deep carry, but for me, I don't really care. Having a little bit sticking out of my pocket makes it easier to grab for me. But anyway, just this is cool. Anyway, let me go on to the third one, which is called the Atmosphere. And this is like their top of the line. This is going to come with S35 VN steel. I know the pictures say 154. That was just their mock-ups, and in production they will all be S35 VN. another titanium frame lock with some. I think this is a really sharp looking knife, and I like the recurve for cutting. I'm not a huge fan of sharpening recurves because they take a little bit of extra time to make them really pretty, but that doesn't mean that they're not functional. So anyway, guys, to me, I'm just excited about all this stuff, and I wanted to give you a preview. And I will be getting more of the prototypes, and I will also be getting some of their production knives to give you guys kind of an insight on this new company. Head on over to Kickstarter and check them out. I just want everyone to know that they have not sponsored this video. I'm not paid for this. They sent me a prototype, which I will be sending back. So this is literally, this is all on me. This is not paid for opinions. I just want everybody to know that. Like I said, this is just my opinion on a new knife company, which I think is going to make a good splash. And I think new companies are good for the industry because if they make something that people really like, the other companies are going to look at it and maybe change the way they're doing things. To me, this is like a perfect example of capitalism. Competition is going to drive, you know, ingenuity and creativity, and it's going to bring better products to us. So I'm all about new companies starting up. You know, me personally, I'd prefer if everything they did was made in America, but they're doing the best they can, you know, and still keeping the prices reasonable. So, and the other thing is Taiwan is capitalist. It's not, you know, it's not like some other countries that you know, manufacture knives. I've handled a lot of Taiwanese knives that are pretty high quality. So anyway, just want to let you guys know about this stuff and give you a sneak peek of this VNives TI-SPORTSTER. Cool. I like it. I like the Wharncliffe, and just wanted to give you guys like a little overview of it so you get to see what they're going to be all about. And hopefully I will be getting some more of their stuff in the future, and we'll be able to check out more and more of their designs, and we'll get to see some production stuff and how they end up finishing it up. But for me, even this prototype, which he said was rough, is pretty smooth and pretty well put together. You know, nothing crazy flashy, just standard little standoffs there, but nice thick slabs of titanium there. And the milling all looks very neat. Like I said, the action's a little tight for me, but overall this thing is pretty nice. Slipped off the thumb stud there. There we go. I hate being left-handed sometimes. Every time I try to do something with my right hand, I look like a clown. There we go. Nice satisfying snap when she opens up. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Knife Thursday. And I'm sorry I didn't get any other videos up this week. My computer kind of took a dive, and so did my editing software. So I've been scrambling trying to get you guys videos. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and check out their Kickstarter campaign if you want more information, more stats about these knives. You guys know I'm not really a numbers guy. I'm more of how does it feel type of guy. So anyway, catch you guys later. God bless.